The Power in You presents the best motivational quotes, parables, and stories to help you in life. You can't please everyone, so there's no point in trying. The main thing is to do what you enjoy. I love what I do. I love life. If someone doesn't want to share this joy with me, what can I do? I'll meet them in another life. Ian is a Somerhalder. It's easy to love someone who gives you love. But the lessons of love and gratitude are taught to us by those who are difficult to love. The power is in you. An unhappy person has a reason to be unhappy, but a happy person does not need a reason to be happy. Osho. Built-up external comfort and comfortable relationships mean nothing else. Happiness is determined only by what is inside. All those who refuse true happiness in the name of attitudes in their minds and in the name of convenience for someone else's opinion are now going through global and severe transformations. It is useless to live thinking about the future now. Everything is much simpler. You either choose what is dear to your heart, because the entire further course of events will depend on this choice. Finances and the necessary conditions will be attracted after the fact, i.e., for a specific request. Until you begin to take steps towards what your heart is calling for, the reality with space you need will not be formed. The power is in you. A person, like a brick, hardens when burned. George Bernard Shaw. Once you lose the ability to love yourself, you can never love anyone else. Osho. Consciously choose thoughts that are pleasant to you. If you begin to deliberately choose and think only thoughts that are pleasant to you, you will definitely begin to feel in accordance with the chosen thoughts. That is good. This is due to the way our brain works. For it, there is no difference between the real world and the world of fantasy. A great bonus to this option is the law of attraction, which will attract to you what you think about. The power is in you. Everything that exists, visible and invisible to the human eye, has its own vibration. In order to recognize something, you just need to tune into it. AMU Mama. The impulse that drives all progress is important because it is born out of love. Only when you do something from the heart do you find yourself in the flow, and you become this flow. Even if you just talk to someone, this flow passes from one to another, spreading across the planet. You will find yourself, and you don't need to ask experts' opinions about where else to go to find yourself. You just know that you already are. You know that the meaning is inside, and it is in love. You need to rely on this state when choosing everything, from everyday trifles to global decisions. The power is in you. The ship is safer in port, but it was not built for that. Flight Hopper. 3 main rules of a productive entrepreneur. Ideas have an expiration date. Use them before they go bad. This applies to both business and everyday life. If you have a good idea, put it into action as soon as you have it, because the idea that came to you may immediately come to someone else. Implement them immediately before they lose their value. Of course, you shouldn't let a series of ideas go to waste. The time to work depends on the task. In most businesses, all activities are divided into 2 types: invention and communication. It's important to allocate time for both types of tasks, and how much depends on the stage your business is at. If you have a startup, you should spend more time on inventing and coming up with something. If you have been in business for some time, it is more important to spend time communicating with your team and partners. Choose a deadline for completing tasks or work, and let others control you. Nothing motivates like external pressure, whether from clients, colleagues, or like-minded people. Most people make plans but rarely follow through. When you set goals yourself and tell people about them, it's already a step towards fulfilling those goals. The people you tell about your plans should be interested in your business. These can be employees, investors, and even customers. You need to plan carefully and not announce too much about all your plans that you are going to implement. This way, you and your business will be taken seriously. For some people, planning is enough, but many people need external pressure to help them get things done on time. Natalie Laciera. There are only two ways to live life. The first is as if miracles don't exist. The second, as if there are only miracles around. Albert Einstein. Thought is living energy, be careful with it. When a thought slips out of your mind and then evaporates, it does not cease to live. Just like the view outside the window from a passing train, it does not cease to exist. Even though you immediately forget about it, you released energy, and it lives and creates. Later, you will definitely lose this thought and meet what it has reproduced. A.M. Mom. I believe that television is very conducive to education. Whenever someone turns it on, I go to another room and read a book. Osho. Haste is the nullification of the energy of pleasure. The energy of pleasure is inherently basic for the formation of any events that will always be for the good. A person begins to hurry for only one reason: when he lacks energy to fulfill his global desires. He has an inner feeling of emptiness. There is no feeling that he is acting in unison with what he does every day. In this case, the energy of pleasure does not find its application, and, in order not to destroy the person, blocks the formation of vital energy through haste. Thinking based on the feeling that the world around us is in harmony and development always leads to a lack of haste and the realization of any desires, creative and harmonious, which benefit everyone. It is then that a person does everything slowly, easily, efficiently, in the smallest details, the way he or she feels. The power is in you. Friends, even more useful information that can change your life for the better will be in our Telegram channel, which is in the description below this video. So be sure to go and subscribe. And of course, subscribe to the channel right now and leave a comment and like it so that as many people as possible can see this video. And thank you to everyone who supports the channel financially to improve the content for you. The bank for replenishment and all the details will be in the description below this video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next videos.